Alright. The name is Dale, doing the album review for the Apollo Brown and Shay NOIR, As God Intended. This album review is done on behalf of Audio Liquor Magazine. I'm a little late doing this album review. I actually wanted to do this probably maybe a week ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, but here we have it. And Apollo Brown is a producer from Detroit. He has been putting in a lot of work over the last 5 or 6 years. He's done albums with OC, Raz Cash, Joel Ortiz, Planet Asia, Sky Zoo, Guilty Simpson. He even did a compilation album of sorts last year, 2019. I believe it came out 2019, the end of 2019, where he gathered up all the underground rap artists from Detroit, his hometown, or Michigan in general, and had them rap over his beats, and he put out an album. I never heard the album, but that's another one that I intend to give a listen to eventually. So he's been putting in work, like I said. I like his production style. It's very sample heavy, but he finds obscure music and sounds to sample. Rarely do I hear him sample something that I've heard been used before. So he's good at really digging deep in the crates. His production style won't blow you away, but he's steady, he's consistent, very solid. And you have Shay NOIR. He has an album with this young lady now, Shay NOIR. She's from Buffalo, I believe. And Buffalo is becoming the hotbed for that throwback 90s New York sound to hip hop. You know, you have the Griselda clique, they're from Buffalo. And I don't believe she's associated with the Griselda clique, their family. But Buffalo is coming up, which is odd because I never heard about any rappers coming from Buffalo in the 90s or 2000s. So that's refreshing. And this artist named Shay NOIR, she's very refreshing. So I'm going to get into the album review itself. I'm not going to go into detail with every song. I didn't care for every song. I dig the majority of the album. There was a few songs that I didn't care for, but I'm going to talk about the standouts. You have a track called Hustle Don't Give featuring Black Thought. So, you know, once Black Thought does a feature on her joint, that gives it the official stamp of approval with his blessing on the mic. Dig the song. Then you have another track called Money Orientated. I dig the use of the AZ line sample on the hook. I like the piano sample. She's dropping jewels. Nice verses, 2-verse joint. Really dig it. You got another track called Hold It Down featuring Ty Ferris. I believe that's his name. He did his thing. I like his verse. It's an introspective joint. She does her thing again. Then you got another track called Daddy's Girl. She's speaking on her complex relationship with her father, or a lack of a relationship, if you want to call it that. I really like it. She's really pouring out her soul and telling a very personal side of her life with her and her father. I dig it. And you got another track called Worth Gold. She is dropping jewels again. I really dig the beat, the production. The production is nice. Then you have another track called The App featuring Planet Asia. She's praising black women. She's a black woman. And she's talking about overcoming the struggles as a strong black woman. Then you have Planet Asia, who speaks on his daughter and teaching her lessons how to maneuver in this world as a black female. So a very powerful, uplifting song. Dig the production. Then you got another track called Follow the Wisdom. Deep lyrics, like the sample singing on the hook. It's featuring Sky Zoo. He goes in as well. I like his verse. This is probably one of the better verses I heard from Sky Zoo, and that dude can rap, so his feature stood out on here. And you got another track called Winter. where she speaks on a troubled relationship she's having with a guy that she was really into, and she seems to be more into him than he is her. And she talks about him not making time for her, and he's more about the streets and his boys than her, them type of things. I really dig the song. It's a standout song. And you got another track called Live by the Code, which is, the title is self-explanatory. Living by a code, living by a moral code. And then you got another track, which is the last track, called 94. It's relating the classic 90 albums to her birth in 1994. She also talks about albums that she grew up on and listened to, and it was an influence on her life. So there were only maybe 3 songs that I didn't care for. 2 of them were really due to the singing on the hook. I didn't care for the singing on these 2 particular songs, and that was the only problem I had with the 2 songs. The other one, I wouldn't say it's a bad song at all. It was just okay. I think the production was just very plain, didn't really grab me. But other than that, this is a very strong debut. I'm guessing this is a debut album for her. And for her to be so young, she's in her 20s, she raps like someone who's in their 30s. She seems way beyond her years. And she's very different from the Cardi B's and the Megan Thee Stallions and the City Girls. She's more in the vein of a Rhapsody. She's a little more street than Rhapsody, and that's probably due to the locations they grew up in. Rhapsody grew up in North Carolina in the country area, and Shay Noir, she grew up in Buffalo. Sound like she grew up in the city, the urban area. So you got an up north vibe compared to a southern vibe. I really was impressed with her. She can rap like shit. I definitely highly recommend you get this album. I give it a B+, a strong B+. And women, if any women are listening to this review, check her out. I know y'all like y'all Cardi B's and y'all Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all want to hear all that sex shit, and that's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. But listen to somebody really making you think. It's not gonna have you dancing. It's not dancing music. It's not twerk music. It's not that type of music. It's ride music. It's thinking music. So give her a shot. I'm done. I'm finished. And there you have it.